we are going to create a rack system, the exact rack system that we have here, that is specialized in a restaurant. That is because of we have the vector database that provides a really good context about the restaurant. And in the end of the video, we are going to integrate in a website. Let's take a look at the demo quickly. As you can see here, we have the chatbot on the bottom of the website, and we can talk as something. Let's say, do you have salmon? Waiting for the answer. Yes, they have salmon. I don't know if they have coal. Okay, great. Even my typo is so bad, but the chat can recognize this. Oh, very nice. Let's take a look how the video will be like. Step number one, we are going to create, no, step by step, the entire workflow in n8n. We are going to make a pause. You go, I'm going to explain what is a rack system and what is that is so important as well. And in the end of the video, we are going to integrate that in the website. We are going to create a website and integrate the chat there. As a first step, we are going to create the entire workflow. Let's start with the trigger. The trigger is the node that fires the action that starts the entire workflow. In this case, will be a chatbot trigger. That is the common chatbot provided for n8n. But here, you can integrate your track system even in WhatsApp, Telegram, or in your AI voice agent as well. Now we have to add the AI advanced, the AI agent, basically. Okay. The configurations here, we are going to keep this only for tests. That's require the chat model. For chat model, we are going to use OpenAI. You have to create a credential. Let's create one. And this way, I'm going to show you how you can create a credential. Basically, this requires API key. You have to go to OpenAI platform, platform. And here there is a section on the dashboard that is always change the look and feel. But you have to keep in mind that you have to look for the option related with the API keys. Create a new API keys. Let's say restaurant test n8n YouTube. Let's create a new secret key and copy pasting on an API key and click on save, and it's done. It's already connected with OpenAI. Any chatbot, memory is required basically because they have to keep track of the context of the conversation. We have a couple options for do that. The simple one is use the window buffer memory, but also you can use Reddit or Postgres. For this sample, we are going to keep easy and we are going to use the buffer memory. Content windows. This number is basically the number of the message that the memory will keep in mind. And we are going to keep, increase a little bit to 10 until here. We have a really good advance. Let's test this quickly because that is a good piece of advice. You always have to test your automations as soon as possible because this way if you find an issue you can fix it. But if you create the entire workflow and an issue appear, that will be an MMA. Okay. Hey, let's say okay, it's executing. This working. Yeah, this is working. Now we are going to integrate the rack system. That is the brain of this because that is that provide the context about the restaurant. But here we are going to pause the automation flow, and we are going to jump to the board to explain what is rack. The rack system retrieval argument generation, but keep in mind this word generation because that is exactly what we do when someone asks us something. Let's say this kid asked me this next question. Which planet have the most moon? I am a big fan of the space, but I don't have any sources and maybe I remember what is the answer and I provide the best answer possible and say Jupiter has 8 moons, but the answer is incorrect. Basically, that is the same that's happened with LLMs. You, the user, ask the same question. Which planet has the most moon? And the LLM, with so confidence, answer Jupiter with n moons. And that is wrong. But that is why there is two reasons. One is there is no resources and up of the day. It's mean I don't remember the current answer. But when we implement a rack, we implement a sources. You can see here the sources could be NASA website or extra boot space. And when the kid asks me about which planet has most moon, I'm gonna read the NASA website or extra boot about the space. And this way I can provide the right answer. There is a mistake here that it's not Jupiter, it's Saturn and have more than 200 moons. That is exactly happened with the LLMs. User asks the question to the LLMs. The LLMs look for in the information in the sources about it, getting the response from the sources and creates like a mix. Use the sources and the user question to create the response to the user. You have to keep in mind this because this way your chatbot has really good context about your business or your topic and you can update these sources. You can add new. For example, in this case, the NASA can discover another news and the source always will be updated. Well, back to the business. Now we have to create the rack system. For the rack system, we create a vector database. Create this workflow is out of the scope of this video, but I have a really good video creating this entire workflow that you can see. The link is on the video, on the description of the video. But basically, we are going to integrate this guy in our new chat system. Here, we have to look for full vector database. Well, we have to look for this vector store question answer tool. And here we have to set up the name of this is that is the restaurant database vector return data about the restaurant. And this required two inputs or sources. First of all is the model as well. Let's say it's OpenAI again. We are going to use the same credential that we created a couple minutes ago. The model could be GT4 Mini. And well, what's happened here is waiting. Done in a minute. And here we are going to add the Pinecone vector. You have to create a credential as well, but basically for create a credential, let's take a look. Here's the API. You have to go to Pinecone. You have to go to Pinecone. You have to create account if you don't have one. And once you already one, you will be in this dashboard. Well, I don't want to explain by clip. I want to explain what is the concept that we are going to do here. Is basically look for the API as well. The reason why I explain that this way because the application always change the UI. And basically you have to create a new one here. Let's say chatbot, create a new one and copy paste on. In my case, I'm going to use one that I already have and get many yeah, I think get many. No, it's this way. I retrieve document as a vector and you have to choose one of the indexes or the databases that we have. I already created once, but if you want to learn how create it, in the video that I told you I create a vector database, I explain much better how use this. But basically you only have to do that. Well, as an optional, we are going to add a Pinecone namespace. That is in the namespace. Let me show you quickly in Pinecone. And here we have my namespace. I'm going to select this. Basically, that is the name of the database. You can keep in mind that this way is better to understand. It's done. And what is missing? There is nothing missing, I guess. Yeah. There we have to add the embed in OpenAI. It's the same. We already have the credential. I think should be much better. Let's take a look. Well, seems like it's already done. It's time to test it, guys. Let's refresh all this. Yes. And hey, do you have salmon on your menu? Let's say if everything is work as expected, seems like a yes. Yeah, we have salmon in the menu. Okay. Uh, and what is the price? Let's ask just to. Okay, that's pretty nice because the memory is working because I asked about the salmon and after that asked about the price without mention the salmon. That is working as expected and now our goal is integrate that in one website that we are going to create. Well, now we are going to create a website, but first of all, we have to enable our workflow that says that is already activated. And now click on chat, make chat public. And here, and we are going to select the mode. The mode we have hosted chat, that is basically n8n provides you a website, as you can see here. Well, it's not working since like and let's say this is working now. Oh, I don't know why it's not working. That's URL. Okay. Okay. We have to save it and let's test now. It's working. Well, now it's working. The issue was it's not was saved. Nice. And well, but that is not our case. Our case is embedded chat in a website. And okay, if you want to let's follow how we can embed this. Okay, I think we can take this. Okay, we are going to create a website. We are going to use Ball New. It's a pretty good tool to create website nowadays. And let's say, yes. Okay, let's see. We can see here is working for us. It's creating the website. Here we go. We have our website, and now we are going to ask to Bold to add this. And let's provide this URL because I think here is the key. Let's say let's add the chat in our website. Is working for us. Adding the chat. And here we go, guys. We already have our website with Bold and with our beautiful chatbot. We can see, hey man, do you have someone? You got chicken, let's say. Yeah, it said chicken as well. Yeah, looks pretty nice, and also you can deploy quickly with this tool. I really like this tool, even much better than the Zero nowadays. At least the UI is better, it's more beautiful, and it's deploying basically. And here we go, guys. We have our website on a public app with our beautiful chat. If you would like to learn more about the rack system, AI agents, or how build website with AI, just follow me because I have really good tutorials about it.